Hi guys, and good morning. So, let me just pop in, show my face. I know it's been a minute. A lot of crazy things going on. Good things, crazy things, wild things. But what would life be without those things? So, anyway, just want to get on share where I am right now. Most of you guys know I am 8 months, well, not most of you guys, 8 months postpartum from my pregnancy, my fourth one of having HG, and it's been a journey. It has not been the same as my other ones in postpartum. It's taking a little bit more time to get my body back right, dealing with things such as the, I guess what they call the sinus tachycardia, whatever, the rapid heartbeats, irregular heartbeats off and on. I don't move as fast. Definitely don't move as fast as I used to. My memory is it's growing. It's growing. It's a work in progress. And when they tell you that pregnancy brain is a real thing, it definitely is a real thing. And the effects of the pregnancy that I had were still lingering a lot after my pregnancy. So I still deal with a lot of things. Many people, and when I say people, I don't just mean regular people, but even medical as well. I had a scenario that when your pregnancy goes away, that your symptoms do as well. They should go away as well, and you shouldn't have those issues anymore. But just because you tell me that those issues are due to pregnancy doesn't mean I don't get a new body after pregnancy. I don't get a whole new body. That's not how it works. My body is still the same body that it was when it was pregnant, when it's not pregnant. And the issues that I had during pregnancy was just due to pregnancy. And then the after pregnancy is like everybody wants to divide that. They don't want to look back as far as into the pregnancy, because if we're not there anymore, we're right here after your pregnancy. How was your body, and what is your body doing? But you can't, and it's just like you can't do that. How do you choose to do that? Yes, this is after pregnancy, but if I was having those symptoms during my pregnancy and in previous pregnancies and after, then why do you ignore the signs that my body is giving me that I'm telling you? Because that's what's easier for you to understand. Stop trying to fit me into your box and get where I am as the patient and what I'm telling you. But no, nobody wants that. Nobody wants to listen to you. And you keep doing this routine blood work that's telling you that, okay, these levels are fine. That's that and that. But then on my paper, there are some levels that's not fine. But it's okay. That's where you want them to be. And it's exhausting, guys. It's exhausting having to come out here and do stuff and advocate and speak up. It's very, very crazy. And I honestly believe that's how a lot of things go undiagnosed. And that's how people get to one day being fine to the next day having that stage 4 cancer, and doctors miss it because you're so used to having the routine. Routine isn't always good. Routine blood work doesn't always show everything, and it doesn't always determine everything. You need the blood work to tell you something while your patient is telling you something different. That's crazy. That's wild. But, you know, everything I've wanted to do in life, I pretty much have done, except for the modeling. I haven't done the modeling and acting, but I guess being on the media is a whole circus nowadays. So, you see my pictures, those are my model pictures. You see my videos, that's my acting. It's like, I'm not acting. But, hey, I think I would be good at it. But, anyway, yeah, this is just me. I on the outside, I will tell you guys, hey, you will look at me and be like, hey, you don't look like you have 4 kids, XYZ on the outside. awesome. Except for, I still got the stretch marks and stuff down there. But anyway, I have lost the weight. I had a lot of swelling and things like that during my pregnancy. That too was dismissed, but I still have some of those symptoms as well after the pregnancy. And you know me, I'm a Google doc. I'm a Google doctor, and I Google a lot of things. I shouldn't do that. But what do you do when no one else is taking the time to do that for you? And it's like you bounce around from doctor to doctor. You don't need to go to ER. You need to go to urgent care. Your primary care can only do so much. So you need to go over there. And you need to go over here. And you need to go see the person up there. And you need to go see... Nobody. I can see why the elderly or whatever, when it's time for them to go, they are ready. And some people, when they be like, okay, I'm not fighting this again, I'm ready. That stuff gets exhausting. I'm 34, and just going through the pregnancy and nothing being bounced around like a little rag doll, and nobody knows much of anything. Yeah, I can see why people get tired. After you have lived your life, you ain't got time to go bouncing around to everybody. Nobody wants to do that and have to deal with that. Like, you have to fight your body, you fight the medical team, you fight other things, and it's just like, who wants to deal with that? When I get up there in age, I would not be doing stuff like this. Heck no. But I still have young kids right now, and I'm trying to live as long as possible for them, even though nobody knows. So yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. But that's where I am right now. 8 months postpartum. Still dealing with some symptoms. I do get the nausea and stuff like that. It's not as bad because it doesn't come as often. But my appetite is still affected by many of my symptoms, and there are some ideas that I've gotten out the HG group that could be causing it, but I'm currently on Medicaid, and they messed up my stuff to where they cut it off, and I've been off of it for a couple of months. I've been trying to explain to them that they cut it off for no reason, and then now this week they suddenly, I guess they fixed it, because I had to go back up there and explain to them, like, the things that y'all telling me are not true, and this doesn't apply to me, XYZ. And I know, like, it's not a good thing to be on, but what choice do I have right now? Because I'm trying to get my body right to where I can work the way I want to. Taking care of my son at home, because he has the medical things going on, and of course, depending on what medical things it is, you don't get paid to care for your child at home, not in money anyway, but health-wise, yes, but you have to give up something. So it is what it is. I can't put him in a childcare center and expect them to keep an eye on him, especially when he's sleeping and his breathing changes, and expect them to be able to notice that, because they'll have more than one child in that room. There will be, like, not one specific person being able to keep an eye on him, and I will probably get a call most of the time, but it's straight, though. It's straight. And I just, I'm just trying my best here. I'm trying to survive. Trust and believe in God, that all things works together for the good of those that love him. Doing all these things, it does challenge your belief. It challenges your faith. And all of these obstacles, will make it seem as if, okay, clearly, where is God in all of this? And, he never told me it was going to be easy. He never told me that. People told me that. People told me that God will never do this. God will never allow this. God will never allow that. And there's nowhere in his word where he said we'll never get sick. He can cure all sicknesses. He can, but that's his choice. And it is what it is. But as of right now, guys, I won't hold you much longer. There's almost 10 minutes gone by. I just want to let you know that I love you guys, praying for you guys, that God bless you and your family.